Yeah, I think the first quarter was I think both sides were trying to play their style of footy, and Brisbane were beating us in the areas and probably got more for their effort in terms of goals than we did. Second quarter, we had a lot of entries, and I think it was 36-6 or 36-9, I think, at half time. So we'd had a lot of entries, just couldn't kick the goals. And that had a lot to do with the way they were defending, which was excellent, and a little bit to do with our ball use, which wasn't as we would have liked. So after half time, we corrected that, and I think we got the result we wanted.
What was the problem with your skipper?
Yeah, Job had a problem in pre-season where his hamstring was getting a lot of pain from his hip and his back, and we sorted that out, and we think it's similar. We don't think it's a strain, but we won't know until we scan him on Monday, and we're certainly hopeful it's not a strain. He came off, I think, the middle of the third quarter and went back on and actually kicked that goal. So it looks like it's all functioning well, but I won't sit here and say he hasn't got a hamstring strain. We'll just have to wait and see on Monday when we MRI him, and we're all fingers crossed that he'll be able to play next week. He's a very important player for us, obviously.
Are you worried about perhaps players coming off big games being a bit flat after such a big pre-season, whatever? Did you feel at the start tonight you guys felt like that or looked like that?
I'm not sure whether we were flat. Maybe we were, but you've got to give credit to Brisbane. I think they came out and played really well. They beat us in the areas that we wanted to win at. They were able to get the ball out of the front of our stoppages occasionally, and Black came on and had 7 or 8 really quick possessions. Rich was getting the ball, and so I think you've got to give credit to Brisbane. We would love to go into every game and be 6 goals up quarter time, but it's unrealistic because the opposition's trying to do what you're trying to do, and they probably won that battle early. After quarter time, I think we changed our defensive mindset and were able to defend well enough. We just weren't able to attack as we would have liked.
You don't think your skill level was brought down by Brisbane's? You actually do give credit to Brisbane, do you?
I give credit to Brisbane, yeah, definitely. I think you've got to give credit to the opposition. Yeah, we missed some targets, but I don't think overall our skill level was down. I watched the video back and we'll see, but I think you've got to give credit to Brisbane for that first quarter.
Brisbane at 0-7 now. I mean, can you feel for Voxy? Obviously, you sort of had the parallels there with your playing career. Can you sort of feel for the bloke now he's in the coaching hot seat?
I think you feel for any coach. I mean, it's a tough job, and when you win, it's really enjoyable. When you lose, it's not much fun. So, I hope they have success. I hope that Vossi has success because he's a quality person. He's a quality football person, and I'm glad they didn't turn it around this week, but hopefully next week they do.
The 2 late changes, James?
Yeah, Henry Slattery was pretty good up until this morning and had a tight hip, and we just didn't want to risk him. We've got a bit of a policy that players who don't feel 100%, we're not going to risk after the Carlton game where we lost 2 and it really hurts you, so we left him out. And Michael Hurley's got a tight calf and probably in doubt for next week, Michael, in all honesty. When you get a tight calf and a big guy like him and a really important player for us, we want to make sure he's okay coming into the back, into the rest of the game. So we'll wait and see with him, and probably he and Job. We've just got to wait and see where they pull up all right. We're confident they will, but we're not certain.
You wouldn't take any risk with Job, though, with having he's more likely to miss at least one year?
Not if it's neural and it's to do with his back and stuff that's going on there, because you can clear it up really quickly. We sort of felt at 5 goals up right on 3/4 time or around about that we could probably bring on Trav, and it was a really good Trav Collier, and could burst to speed, and that was the reason. But if he's fine, like there's no strain, then we'll bring him back we'll let him play next week for sure, but we'll have to wait till Monday.
You've got to be happy with the forward line. It's not Remus one week, it's Zaharakis and Premier and these sort of guys who just keep coming into the game. Yeah,
and I thought, look, David Hill probably didn't get reward for his great effort in the first quarter. He was our 1 forward that was standing up and competing and keeping Merritt. He's a very good backer, and keeping him honest, if you like, and had to defend and not cut off our forward entry. So we didn't probably have a forward line player who was great all day, but they stood up at the right times, and Zaharakis after half time was terrific. Stu Cremeri ended up, I think, with 3 goals. So, but it was a good all-round performance from the forward line when they were probably outnumbered at certain times. Yeah.